dear shareholders, calm your titties. Just relax, because it's to your benefit as well if you don't fire everybody and replace them with AI, all right? Did you know that 46% of organizations are investing in customer service like there's no tomorrow? No? Well, it seems that companies are trying to automate the crap out of customer service. I came across this article from CX today, and I will link it in the description, which caught my attention because I work in customer experience. I love it. I've been doing it for 15 plus years. I didn't even know I was doing it in the first years of my career. I've been a Zendesk consultant for the past 12 years, and here I am. In this video, we're going to find out if it's actually worth it. Is it worth to automate so much of your customer service? Is it not better to treat customer service as the new marketing? What is even that? So it's no secret, customer service has become the test bed and ground zero for testing AI to automate everything. So I make a ton of videos on that, and I never recommend letting people go. I always recommend to repurpose them to do something else. But are there job cuttings in the sphere? Well, it seems so, like the likes of Zalando, even Salesforce. So these guys are cutting back on customer service humans and replacing them with AI. So the trend would say that it is heading that direction, where companies guided by greed and satisfying the board of directors are choosing to cut human labor and replace them with AI. But will this backfire? I personally think so. It will. So what is the concept of customer service is the new marketing? What is this all about? The principle implies that offering a good and meaningful customer experience will lead to happy customers that will come and buy again from you or will reference you to their friends and family to come and buy from you as well. Now bear in mind, just stop here for a second. I don't recommend you give wow moments to your customers. I'd rather recommend that you fix whatever problems that turn up in customer service, you fix them through your product or your offering. So the less interaction they have with you, the more satisfied they are with the product because it just works. We also have to point out that it's at least 5 times more expensive to get new customers than it is to keep old ones. So if you treat your customers right, and if you give them good experiences, and if you solve their issues, then they are very likely to stick with you. And that's much cheaper. So customer retention is a good thing. If you run a business and you have returning customers, that's amazing. That's predictable, that's scalable, and it's probably the best thing there is. However, in 2025, as the AI craze just keeps, bashing against us from all fronts, then we have to adapt and allow it to come into the room as well with us. Because I do see the benefit in using AI to automate repetitive and boring tasks, but to help people work side by side with it, not to just replace them. So dear shareholders, calm your titties. Just relax, because it's to your benefit as well if you don't fire everybody and replace them with AI, all right? Now, why is this important? This is important because still the sphere I see is filled with old chatbots that are not really good. So it's not really an AI, it's just an if-then function, which is not very clever, and it's just a minimal thing done to just, just be with the trend. I'm using a chatbot, therefore I'm cool. Well, no, not really. If you frustrate people, then they're gonna go away somewhere where they feel less frustrated or none at all. I'm trying to say that the humans can take a role that is more strategic. A strategic role that adds extra value, that creates extra empathy, that delivers something only a human can. So humans still love getting attention from humans. We're still social animals. As much as we'd like to think that we are our own individuals, that we don't care about anybody else, that we just need ourselves and that's all. Doesn't work. There's a human loneliness epidemic, and don't get me started on that. So humans are great, all right? Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that you can orchestrate an AI in your company as well as keep your whole team, that you can repurpose to do something a little bit different than they used to, right? You can automate what is repetitive, what is boring, and you can ask your agents to do something that is more in the marketing approach, right? They deliver values in some kind of other way. So you don't want to miss out on opportunities to create extra bonding with your customer. So in your contact center, it's important to see where you can integrate your AI and where you should maybe not do it. The process starts with understanding a contact center's demand drivers, like what is more repetitive and what generates more value. So in an ideal world, you aspire to automate low value and highly repetitive stuff, and afterwards leave the high value stuff to your humans. The high value stuff is a human comes to you and asks you like, how was it? Like, how would you like to have a one-on-one? Just a 15-minute catch up. When you deliver this kind of experience, you learn what the real pain points are and you find ways to keep that person with you. You can also slip in an upsell or a cross-sell, to sell a little bit more. So you essentially redesign the customer journey to your favor. Now, there is a case study. There's Automix, and this is a logistics and transportation brand, and they partnered up with a CCaaS platform. CCaaS is a contact center as a service. The brand is called Sprinkler, so this is a CCaaS service. So the goal of Automix was to automate as much of the journey as possible, and they started out from automating around 20 million customer service queries. So with this process, they managed to save 1.3 million agent hours per year. Holy crap, large ass numbers. So Automix's customer journey had to be reimagined to be a bit more proactive instead of reactive. So they didn't just apply conversational AI, but they integrated also the idea of outbound, some proactive messaging, which anticipated some customers' potential issues. And before they reached out, Automix reached out and said, hey, you might encounter this issue, and so this is how you overcome that. And people love it when you pay attention to them, like you anticipate what their shortcomings might be. And also they empowered the humans with a lot more flexibility to be creative and to try to reach out to be, have a human-to-human interaction, which people, again, love that. Some final thoughts, which is a quote, essentially. It's from Maya Angelou, and she said that people will forget... Wait, I forgot the quote. I'm going to read it out so it's just exactly like she said it. People will forget what you say, they'll forget what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. So not many people are going to appreciate an automated message from a bot. They will much rather remember a human giving them a unique experience. So maybe you get some food for thought from this. We automate processes with Zendesk, and we love AI, and we've kind of moving towards the AI model to be at our core. And I hope you enjoyed this content. Please like and subscribe and give me a comment if you think otherwise with anything has been said here. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.